We have a new class in our college football live summer school called Irreplaceable Players. Guys who can be the difference between national what has you and being home for bowl season. We have your details. And the Big 12 and SEC. Start with you. What has you fired up today?
I'm fired up about Ryan Mallett. How can he improve on 30 touchdowns from a year ago in his second year at Arkansas?
Talking quarterbacks, right? You know, the whole thing, big controversy over the years. 2 quarterbacks for 1. You got to find a way to get the guy on the field. I want to talk about that.
We're going to get into the quarterbacks. That gets us off and running, and here's what else we are rolling out. Who are the most irreplaceable players in college football this fall? We have our latest installment of summer school. We have our list. We'll get it going. We have a new summer school class. We call it Irreplaceable Players 101. Last year, the top 3 players in the country, Sam Bradford, Tim Tebow, Colt McCoy, and instead of finishing 1, 2, 3 in the Heisman, all 3 got injured during the year. So we had to get to know the backups, guys named Landry Jones, John Brantley, Garrett Gilbert. And we probably, us in the media, didn't do a good enough job explaining who would have to replace the irreplaceable player. So this year, we're going to make sure you're prepared. Let's get out the notebook. And first up, Arkansas's Ryan Mallett. The former #1 recruit in the nation was a beast when it came to the stats last year. How about 30 touchdowns, only 7 picks? He threw for 5 touchdowns in 3 different games and finished in the top 10 in the nation in pass efficiency. He's also ranked 3rd by ESPN NFL draft analyst Mel Kiper. It's new to the quarterbacks who are eligible for the 2011 draft. And after sitting out the 2008 season, he transferred from Michigan. Mallett started all 18 games for the Hogs last season. So as one of the real irreplaceable guys in college football, tell me what Ryan Mallett means to Arkansas football.
Well, the first thing you look at is he's in a tremendous system with Bobby Petrino, with all 4 wide receivers coming back this season, and the running backs that are going to have an opportunity, really, certainly will take to have a tremendous offense. But the first thing you look at and you see with Ryan Mallett is his size. He's 6'7", 240 pounds, and that height allows him to see over defenders, see clearly down the field. You see here he's 1.5 feet taller than everybody in front of him. That gives him a chance to throw the ball accurately down the field. You see here he has an opportunity to get his eyes around. The second thing you want to see in your quarterback is accuracy. He's got a small window to throw this football down the field, has to have the right trajectory on target. That accuracy down the field promotes big plays in this offense. And for Ryan Mallett, the opportunity to work on his timing with 4 wide receivers all offseason gives him anticipation. Here he throws the ball before the wide receiver gets beyond the defender, and again, throws it accurately. That allows him the opportunity to score touchdowns. And lastly, decision-making. Am I going to force the ball into the end zone? No. Those guys drop deep, linebackers. Now I've got to make a decision. Make the right decision for the team. You hold the future of the team in your hands as a quarterback each and every time you throw that football, and making those decisions sometimes to check the ball down is what you need.
I love the breakdown with him. I think it's fantastic stuff. And one of the things that really stands out is when you watch him, you understand that he is absolutely the focal point of that offense. He is the key to that offense. They use him in that system for the deep passing game. That is what that Arkansas offense is all about. He stretches the defense, and if you try and take him out of that offense, I'm not sure you can just take another guy and plug him in there, because he's got a big arm. That offense is designed for him. He stretches them. It's not a dink and dunk type of thing.
In the room.
Time player.
All right, that's the guy. But what happens if the guy goes down? What happens if Ryan Mallett suffers the same fate as Colt McCoy or one of the other guys who got injured at different spots in the year last year? Who's going to be our Landry Jones or Garrett Gilbert in this case for Arkansas? Paging Tyler Wilson. Let's meet Tyler Wilson. He's a 2nd-string guy at Arkansas, entering his redshirt sophomore season. Saw some action in 5 games as a freshman last year. High school phenom at Greenwood High School in Arkansas, won 3 state titles, passed for over 8,000 yards. Let's bring in Tyler Wilson. Tyler, you're backing up Ryan Mallett. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate. How do you keep yourself ready and be prepared if need be that you go in?
You know, our meetings are very intense. Coach McGee does a great job of including everyone in the meetings. So I really, try to stay on my toes during the meetings and catch as much information as possible, because I know my reps are going to be limited during the week, being with the second team guys.
What is in Ryan's game that you would really like to emulate and take with you when you become the starter?
You know, Ryan's a guy that has the ability to take the leadership part and the quarterback position out on the field, and when he arrives on the field, I think everybody else becomes a better player. And you know, that's some of the ability that I wish to take and learn from him. You know, and I think I have. I think he's been a good mentor to me. You know, Ryan's ability when he steps on the field, everybody listens to him.
What do you do better than Ryan Mallett?
You know, I have the ability to, you know, move around a little bit in the pocket. You know, I throw on the run. I try to, you know, I move my arm angle, you know, and try to find little pockets to throw the ball in. You know, kind of an unorthodox delivery a little bit, but you know, I think a lot of times that works to my advantage. I can, you know, find little holes and put balls in really tight spaces.
Your offensive coordinator says he has 7 plays just for you in case you are called upon. What's your favorite one of those 7?
You want me to call it?
Yeah, give me the call and tell me what it is.
You know, one of my favorite ones, flip the wing right, T-fly, 339, naked right, wide leg. You know, that's one of my favorites. It's a play that, you know, we can, you know, run play action off of and have the ability to, you know, get the ball into a receiver's hands quick. You know, there's not a lot of decision making to it. You know, I can just get up and run the play.
All right, looking forward to seeing that this fall. Thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate the time, Tyler.
Thanks so much.
Class is irreplaceable players. You're getting a quiz. How would Arkansas do if it lost Ryan Mallett to an injury early in the season? You see the potential choices. 6 to 8 wins leading with just about 50% of the vote right now. Brian, when you are the backup quarterback, and you were for a while at Michigan, what's the most important thing you need to be dealing with?
Well, is knowing the offense. I mean, were you impressed when he gave out that play? Yeah. That's awesome. That's not easy to do. Can you say that 4 times?
Confidence.
But you've got to be prepared. He clearly understands the offense and what he's doing, has the opportunity to study and be ready if he's called upon. Now, the hardest thing to do is to be ready and put that time in and not get to take the test, Rob.